The whole idea of celebrity and fame has become really convoluted and, kind of bastardized, like whereas fame used to be the byproduct of success.
The world watches celebrities from a distance, admiring their success, their wealth, and the glamorous lives they appear to lead. But behind every red carpet walk and sold-out concert, there's a story the cameras don't capture.
Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role. I've got to look at this table and say thank you.
This is the dark side of fame that most celebrities never want to discuss. When a person achieves stardom, they enter a world where privacy becomes a luxury they can no longer afford.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. At least it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
Every choice is scrutinized. Every mistake is magnified. Every moment of vulnerability is broadcast to millions. What looks like paradise from the outside often feels like a prison from within.
On behalf of Amy, I'd like to thank the devil and all the dark lords who
Don't do the devil stuff.
gave her this award,
The devil stuff.
allowed her to feast on the flesh of the innocent.
Thanks, everybody.
The psychological toll of living under the microscope fame comes with an invisible price tag that money can't fully cover. Research reveals that over 70% of celebrities struggle with mental health issues. Depression and anxiety top the list, followed by substance abuse and identity crises. The pressure to maintain a perfect public image never stops. Celebrities wake up knowing their every move will be analyzed, judged, and dissected. A bad photo from yesterday becomes a trending topic today. A casual comment made in private conversation gets twisted into headlines. This constant surveillance creates a unique type of psychological stress that most people will never experience. Robin Williams embodied this paradox perfectly.
Good morning, Vietnam!
The comedian who made millions laugh for decades was silently battling severe depression for years. Despite his incredible talent and universal adoration, he struggled with isolation and a profound sense of emptiness. His story revealed that laughter and fame don't automatically translate to happiness. His tragic passing shocked the world and exposed how even the most successful individuals can suffer quietly behind their carefully crafted personas. The issue goes deeper than just public scrutiny. When fame arrives, celebrities lose the ability to develop genuine relationships. They constantly question whether people care about them as individuals or simply want access to their status and wealth. Friends become suspects. Romantic partners may be motivated by ambition rather than love. This creates a profound sense of loneliness despite being constantly surrounded by people. The addiction spiral and destructive coping mechanisms. When the weight becomes unbearable, many celebrities turn to substances as an escape. The pressures of maintaining relevance and meeting production deadlines create a perfect storm for addiction. The entertainment industry often enables this behavior, with celebrities surrounded by people willing to provide them with whatever they want. The show must go on, regardless of a celebrity's physical or mental state. Amy Winehouse's story is
Alcoholism is a horrible thing, but if you can't remember the practical issues, that's when you know you've got a real problem.
perhaps the most heartbreaking example of how fame and addiction can become intertwined. The British singer possessed one of the most extraordinary voices of her generation. Her album Back to Black became a global phenomenon, introducing her raw talent to millions. But behind the accolades and award nominations, Amy was battling depression, bulimia, self-harm, and substance abuse. She struggled with heroin, cocaine, ecstasy, and alcohol simultaneously. The media followed every mistake, photographed every low moment, and turned her personal suffering into entertainment for the masses. What made her situation particularly tragic was that her addiction became more famous than her incredible artistry. She attempted recovery multiple times, but the constant media attention made rehabilitation nearly impossible. The world was more interested in her downfall than her recovery. She famously sang about refusing rehab, and the public made a spectacle out of her refusal. In 2011, at just 27 years old, Amy died from alcohol poisoning. Her death marked a loss that the music industry is still mourning, and it exposed how the celebrity machine can chew up and spit out even the most talented individuals. The story repeated itself with other generational talents. Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, and Janis Joplin all died at 27, all battling bipolar disorder and addiction simultaneously. This eerie pattern demonstrates how fame can amplify underlying mental health conditions until they become fatal. The pressure, the loneliness, the substance availability, and the lack of real accountability create conditions where talented people spiral into self-destruction. More recently, celebrities have opened up about their struggles with addiction. Dwayne Johnson.
Blood, sweat, and respect. The first two you give, the last one you earn. Let's get out and earn it. Daily.
Has candidly discussed his battles with depression throughout different phases of his life. He's spoken about how isolation and the pressure to maintain his larger-than-life persona made him feel empty despite his tremendous success. His willingness to speak openly about mental health has helped break the stigma and shown millions that even the strongest people need support. Johnson has emphasized the importance of talking about these struggles rather than suffering in silence, a message that resonates particularly with men who are taught to suppress their emotions. The identity crisis and loss of self-celebrities often describe losing track of who they really are. The public persona becomes so dominant that the authentic self fades away. They perform a character at every appearance, maintaining it on social media, and struggle to remember genuine self-expression. The line between person and character becomes blurred. When celebrities look in the mirror, they see a brand rather than a person. Their thoughts and feelings become secondary to what the public wants. This identity confusion creates internal conflict that manifests as depression, anxiety, and self-destructive behavior. Michael Jackson exemplified this struggle throughout his entire career. Born into fame as part of a family group, Michael never experienced a normal childhood. He was forced to work from an incredibly young age, denied the simple pleasures of growing up away from the spotlight. As an adult, his eccentricities and erratic behavior stemmed partially from this fractured sense of identity. He created Neverland, a fantasy world where he could attempt to reclaim the childhood he lost. His personal struggles intensified because he never had the opportunity to develop a stable sense of self outside of being Michael Jackson, the legend. The isolation he experienced despite constant contact with millions of people created a profound psychological emptiness. Other celebrities have been more vocal about their identity struggles. Britney Spears endured a highly publicized breakdown that exposed how the relentless pressure of maintaining a perfect image can push someone to the breaking point. Her 2007 crisis revealed a woman who was suffocating under the weight of fame and the expectations placed upon her. Harry Styles has spoken about how being labeled famous strips away his humanity and reduces him to a status symbol rather than a person. When you're famous, people no longer see you as an individual with unique strengths and weaknesses. They see you as a celebrity, a two-dimensional figure existing purely for entertainment. Social media has intensified this problem exponentially. Now celebrities are judged by millions of strangers on platforms like Instagram and Twitter, with relentless comments and personal criticism. The lasting impact and road to healing the conversation around celebrity mental health is slowly changing for the better. More A-listers are speaking openly about their struggles with therapy, antidepressants, and professional mental health support. Jennifer Aniston has discussed how therapy has been instrumental in helping her navigate the pressures of fame. She's acknowledged reading false stories about her personal life in gossip magazines and works with therapists to develop healthy coping strategies through yoga and mindfulness practices. Demi Lovato has been refreshingly honest about her battles with depression, bulimia, and substance abuse. She's used her platform to encourage others to seek help without shame, showing that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Even Prince Harry has spoken about the mental health impact of living under constant media scrutiny. He revealed how he shut down his emotions for nearly 2 decades following his mother's death, and how tabloid harassment contributed to his depression and paranoia. His candid discussions have helped other celebrities feel comfortable speaking about their own struggles. The path to healing requires establishing boundaries and prioritizing mental well-being over career advancement. Some find relief through therapy and mindfulness practices. Others take breaks from the spotlight to focus on recovery. What's clear is that there's no one-size-fits-all solution. The transformation of these conversations is significant. When celebrities openly discuss their mental health struggles, they reduce stigma and inspire millions of everyday people to seek help for their own battles. They prove that success, wealth, and fame don't guarantee happiness or mental stability. In fact, the research shows the opposite. Higher levels of fame are often correlated with higher rates of mental health issues. What we're witnessing now is a gradual shift in how society views celebrity struggles. Instead of being objects of ridicule and spectacle, celebrities are increasingly being recognized as human beings who deserve compassion and understanding. Their willingness to be vulnerable has opened doors for genuine discussions about mental health across all demographics and income levels. The dark side of fame is real, and it affects the lives of those who achieve it in profound ways. The isolation, the pressure, the loss of identity, and the temptation towards self-destructive coping mechanisms create a perfect storm for mental health crises. But there's hope in the growing number of celebrities who are choosing to speak truthfully about their experiences. By removing the shame from mental illness and encouraging others to seek support, they're transforming the narrative around fame from one of glamour and envy to one of honesty and healing. The celebrity culture we've built often asks too much of the people we elevate to stardom. Perhaps the real lesson is learning to value the human being behind the fame, not the fame itself. Real success isn't measured in awards or box office numbers. It's measured in peace of mind, genuine relationships, and the ability to wake up each day feeling okay.